What's up, guys? Yeah, from Classic Bodies Wellness Clinic, and today we're just gonna speak about the importance of proper balance within your diet, proper nutrient intake within your diet for optimum sport and performance, right? So we're looking primarily at the aquatic athletes right now still, and what we're looking at here is generally aquatic athletes tend to have sessions that run into an hour and a half and more, and the output that is standard in the session is very aerobic, right? You go up way up inside that VO2 max range, and that means that you're going to be using up a lot more muscle glycogen than someone who is just doing 50 minutes of somewhat exercise that is not as aerobic as aquatic. So that being said, you as an aquatic athlete need to be mindful of how much carbohydrates you intake. It's going to be a lot higher than a regular other athlete. Your protein intake needs to be 1.4 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight. That's pretty standard. And your fat intake will always make up about 25% of your daily caloric intake, right? If you don't know how to find your daily caloric intake for, let's say, a surplus or even just your BMR, you can check us out inside the section. Now we can do that for you and get you started on a plan. Now, as an athlete who is performing very aerobic exercise, you're going to be looking for a diet that is giving you enough exogenous carbohydrates, which means that it's external carbohydrates from your diet, so that you can now perform optimally all the time, right? And that is critically important for athletes who are performing in that very high aerobic range. We don't want athletes in that range of VO2 of the VO2 max and the intensity that you are training at to be underfed and underperform, right? Now, research has shown that generally protein intake stays relatively standard when it comes to athletes, but it's more important for individuals looking for the changing of their body composition, right? That's when you tend to go a little bit above and beyond the standard range of 1.4 to 2 grams per kilogram. You could even go up 2.2 grams per kilogram, and sometimes depending on the sport, again, the sport is what matters and what is the end goal. If your end goal is performance, then you need to be having a lot more carbohydrates. That's simple, right? Regarding meal timing, it's always wiser to have your energy before you train. So if you're going to train in like an hour's time, you have a higher carbohydrate meal with protein in there, because that's going to help with muscle wasting, muscle repair, and you all need to have balanced meals throughout the day, right? But regarding meal timing, right, we don't want to be not eating as a aerobic high performance athlete for more than 3 hours, right? It's just counterproductive, and because of your energetic demands, you need to be eating every 3.5 hours or so to keep your body in tip-top shape, right? When it comes to the changing of body composition, for example, a caloric restriction for weight loss, the spreading out of your meals, where every 5, 4, 3, 2, or even 1 meals per day doesn't really matter and doesn't have that much of an effect on weight loss, right? The idea of splitting your meals into 5 meals a day gives you the ability to be full throughout the day while in a deficit, right? But for the most part, whether you have your meals in 2 large meals or you have your meals in 4 small meals or 5 smaller meals, it really doesn't matter for weight loss, right? It's a little bit more complicated for weight gaining, because yes, it does, it's still the same calorie content, but when you're looking at, trying to build muscle, you want to be eating at least 3 to 4 a meal every 3 hours or so that you don't be counterproductive with the weight gain process, right? So that's it for today. Next week we're gonna talk a little bit more about hydration and intaking carbohydrates in your beverages to help with replenishing glycogen stores. And yeah, check us out, Center of Excellence. We open every day except Sunday, I think, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Bye.